The 501st are the clone troopers loyal to Anakin Skywalker. They fought with him during the Clone Wars and marched the temple with him during Order 66. Now, as for who the Jedi were in this scene, I don't really know, but I have an idea who they are not. I don't think it's Cin Drallig, as Anakin was fighting him in the hologram that Obi-Wan sees at the Jedi Temple, and Anakin also terminated Cin Drallig in the Revenge of the Sith video game and the novelization, so I don't think that this would be how Drallig dies. Also, zooming in on his lightsaber, you can see that it's not actually Cin Drallig's. Now, the other two, I don't know who those are, and maybe those will be revealed to us later, but this video is going to focus more on the symbol that we see on the walls. Now, this is Barriss Offee's symbol, and that can be seen here when Anakin is confronting her in her chambers in the Clone Wars. Barriss betrayed Ashoka and framed her, and in the end, the truth was revealed that Barriss was the one behind it all, and Ashoka was innocent. This is what caused Anakin to leave the Jedi Order. However, Barriss went into prison, and that's the last that we saw of her. Now, in Legends, because the Jedi were short-staffed, she was sent to Felucia and died during Order 66. However, in canon, there's no answer as to what happened to her. And Dave Filoni has mentioned that, she's not dead. My guess is that she escaped prison somehow, much like Maul did during Order 66. And how that is, well, I'll explain in a minute. But she either did this by herself or someone's help. And then she took Grogu. The only reason I'd suspect her of stealing Grogu is because of these symbols on the walls, and also maybe that was part of the deal to get her out of prison. I feel like someone in the dark side hired her to retrieve Grogu during a distraction at the Jedi Temple, and if she accepted, they'd free her. The only person with power like this, political power that is Palpatine, who controlled both the Senate and the courts. So he could have easily had someone deliver the message to her, and should she accept, would give her the necessities to escape when the time was right. She'd run to the Jedi Temple, sneaking in during Order 66, and retrieve Grogu, bringing him to the Empire. Now, why wouldn't Palpatine have Anakin do this? Well, Anakin had one thing in mind: destruction. He cared for only Padme, and to save Padme, he would need to unlock the darkness of his heart and show no mercy to do this. So, I wonder if Barriss did take Grogu. Perhaps she took him to her quarters in the temple and then was apprehended there, and maybe that's how she dies. Or maybe there's a super long story of them surviving together, and maybe she grows attached to Grogu, and then eventually fights to save him, ultimately being defeated maybe by a whole bunch of clone troopers, or Moff Gideon comes in with all of his guns and military, or perhaps Vader himself comes in and takes her out. Now, I could see how a deal like this would allow her to actually escape prison. Now, Barriss was no regular Jedi. She was actually pretty powerful, and I only imagine how much stronger she got as time passed, especially if she started drawing upon the dark side, which would have just transcended her abilities much quicker. Now, let's say she escaped prison and then had nothing to do with Palpatine and he wasn't trying to bribe her to do this. Maybe she escaped and she tried to just get Grogu herself, only to use him as collateral if she were to get caught, knowing how valuable he was to Master Yoda, most likely. I mean, once again, we've only seen 3 Yoda species in Star Wars: Yoda, Yaddle, and Grogu. So I feel like Yoda is actually Grogu's dad, or maybe Yoda's brother's son. Maybe once Grogu starts to remember a little more, he'll realize who his father was, and that his dad is Jedi Grandmaster Yoda. Let me know what you think about the writing on the walls here. If you think this has anything to do with Barriss, why are they in her chambers or in her section of the temple? Is this just a coincidence, or is there a reason that Grogu is here? Was he taken here by her, only to be apprehended and they tried to save him, but then those 501st clone troopers came in and took those 3 Jedi out? I definitely think seeing Barriss would be really cool in this show, and I definitely think it would add more of a playing field for a Jedi like Luke. Now, of course, we all want to see her showdown with Ashoka after what she did to her, but I'm pretty sure Ashoka is off trying to find Thrawn now with Sabine. Anyways, let me know what you guys think about Barriss being the one who actually took Grogu. I kind of buy into the bribed theory that maybe Palpatine, or he sent some official in there to say, hey, do this or else we aren't going to free you, and then you're going to end up rotting here because the Jedi are just going to go extinct, and you with them. Thanks for watching today's video. I'll catch you all in the next one. Until then, remember, the Force will be with you, always.